Hi, this is Monty from Moat Park Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on a car that's just come into us. Now these videos do tend to take about 8 to 10 minutes long. I'll try and be as brief as possible. I'll tell you a bit about the car, I'll walk around it briefly, tell you why we do these videos, etc, that type of thing. Now I'll try and be as quick as possible because I think this is about the 7th attempt I've had doing this video. Of course I'm in a public park, and when people see me taking videos, they always like to make a few comments as well. So this is our Honda Civic Type R. It's with the GT pack, so you get a few other extras with a GT pack. Dual climate control, folding mirrors, front fog lamps, etc, that type of thing. There's a few other bits and pieces, but I totally forgot about them really. This car has covered 92,500 miles. But she looks and drives absolutely fantastically. I've put about 150 miles on the clock myself. Love the drive of it, absolutely. Yeah, brings a smile to my face every time. So I'm going to hold the camera there for a few seconds. Please jot down the registration number. Please feel free to do any checks that you need to do, MOT history, etc, that type of thing. Mileage checks. It's all good. Great service history on the car as well. You've got 10 stamps in total. 8 of them have been done at a Honda main agent, and it's also had I think 3 visits, separate visits I believe from memory, for valve clearances, which they are quite common on these Type R's, that they need to be done. They're sort of not hydraulic, they're manually adjusted. Sorry, they're solid lifters, so they need to be manually adjusted, because they can rattle sometimes, but this one doesn't rattle. It's absolutely fantastic. So you may notice, I'll just jot down here about the alloy wheels. You may notice that the alloy wheels are a slightly different colour. So if you see the centre cap, that's the right colour, the silver, but the wheels have been refurbished. They are in gunmetal grey, but we've slightly gone slightly different this time. We've gone with a satin finish, so they're not a gloss finish to the alloy wheels, they're a satin finish to the alloy wheels. So they're all going to be in pristine condition. Okay, so if you do get any glaring, it's just because the sun is just behind me, so apologies for that. I might try and move the car back a fraction. So right, okay, so why do we do these videos? It's all about trust, honesty, integrity. We tell you how a car is as we see it. Now, I am human, I might miss something, but not missed intentionally. So it takes a lot of the stigma out of what's the car really like when I go down and have a look at it. So yeah, whether you're 2 miles away, 200 miles away, when you kind of have a look at the car, view the car, it should be as I've described it, really. Please feel free to read some of my reviews on Auto Trade. They are all genuine reviews. We try and do our very best. Look, it's not a brand new car. She is, what, she'll be coming up, I think March, she'll be coming up to 12 years of age. She's not a brand new car, but we'll try and be as honest with our appraisals, tell you everything that we see. So we'll start off on the driver's side front. Now in terms of the tyres, it's got Dunlop Sport Max tyres all the way around. You've got approximately 5.5 to 5 millimeters of tread, so plenty of tread. There will be some pictures of the alloy wheel and a close-up view of the alloy wheels, and then you have ones of the tyres as well. So what I'm going to try and do is, we always use HD cameras, so I'll try and give you a view down the side, and I'll just move it slowly so you can see loads of reflection, no dulling of paint, that type of thing. All looks fantastic. There is no dents down the side of this car or anything. It really has been looked after. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'll do exactly the same, go down from the back of the car. Hopefully you can pick up some reflections. I'll move the camera. It's great. I am absolutely stunned how good this car is, really am. Interior, that lovely red and black. Goes really well. You've still got the original mats, the Type R mats. That lovely red and black bucket seats. Now, with the bucket seats, you will have a because it's Alcantara as well, they tend, when you rub on them, they can wear a little bit. So you've got a little bit of wear on that kind of shoulder here, and a little bit down here as you're getting in. But again, you'll find most dealers, when they're taking pictures, they'll try and hide a lot of that in the picture, so you won't pick a lot of it up. But we want to point it out to you just so you know what you kind of have a look at. You'll see some pictures of the dashboard. It looks stunning. Day or night, it's that digital display. So anyway, you've got cruise control, that's all working fine. That lovely stop start button, 6-speed manual transmission. I'm going to try and move the camera a bit because you're getting a bit of sun glare coming through. All the climate control, air conditioning, that's been regassed. I know you may not need it for this sort of type of weather at the moment, but it has all been regassed. You know, it's all working. You get your cup holders and centre armrest, but then figure hugging seats are absolutely lovely. You nestle right into there. Okay, hopefully that's all right. Now, this car has got folding mirrors, but the passenger side one, it's only worked once or twice since I've used it, and I've pressed the button sort of about a dozen times. It's intermittent. So I just wanted to be honest with you and tell you, you've got folding mirrors on the car. The electric mirrors all work absolutely fine, but the folding side of it doesn't work on the passenger side. So I haven't advertised the car with folding mirrors. So yeah, the left-hand one doesn't always work. Okay, but again, it's a used car. She's, you know, 11 years of age. You know, sometimes you're going to get things like that, but everything else does work absolutely fine. So in terms of the back of the car, yeah, there's a couple of little marks on here, one on there and one over here. All right, now if I took a photograph from back here, you wouldn't make any of that out. Okay, looks like somewhere along the line someone's probably reversed along something and just caught it at the bottom there. Let's open the boot. Massive boot. You've got your parcel shelf there as well. All looks lovely and clean in here. You've got all your bits and pieces to do with the pump up kits. That's all living in there, and all the jack that lives in that section. And then this floor, you've got like another hidden section of the floor, normally where you'd have like a spare wheel on a car. Close that down. Right, passenger side at the back. Again, just you know, you're going to get a bit of glare from the sun coming through the trees. It's better than trying to do this while it's raining. Again, you can see plenty of tread on the tyres. Okay, hopefully you can try and pick up the reflections. All looks really good. Again, no dents, no damage down this side at all. You've got a few little stone chips that have been touched up. One bit along that leading edge of the bumper there. You can probably pick that up. Okay, that's been touched up by our prep guys as well. Again, taking a picture from back here, you wouldn't pick any of that up. Just show you inside. Again, passenger door panel looks great. No fraying, nothing like that. Really nice, and in the pictures it looks really, really bright red, and in the camera it would do, but it's slightly a bit more subtle down than that. Again, let's just show you all the Type R logos. Now hopefully you can try and pick up the seats, all looking really good, fine fettle. Okay, now where you've got the dual climate control, you've got the passengers got their own control, so they can turn the temperature up and down as they want to on their side. Let's just show you the back as well. Let's move this seat forward. And it looks like the back seats have hardly been sat in at all. Now you have got some dealers that started doing these videos. You know, I'm not great at doing them all. You know, this is all unscripted. But yeah, you do get some dealers that are starting to do these videos now. They'll tend to go around the car for about a minute and a half or so, and just give you a brief look in real bad quality non-HD cameras. You know, what does that do? Nothing really. So hopefully you can try and pick up some reflections. Okay, now I promise you there is no dents, no damage, nothing like that. As I mentioned, a couple of stone chips around the door edges, but they have been looked at. Okay, so alloy wheels, again, because they've just been refurbished, they're virtually brand new. So lower front lip of the spoiler on here, that's had a touch up done on it. Okay, and that's about it in terms of any kind of touch ups that have been done on the car. Now, of course, it's done 92,500 miles. It's not going to be pristine along the front of the car. A lot of the stone chips that are on the bonnet, there's probably about a dozen of them or so. They have all been touched up. You're not really going to see them in this with this camera, HD or not. You might pick up one or two. If I zoom right in, there's a couple up here. They've been touched up. There's one up there, one around here as well. Okay, I just wanted to be honest and just show them to you. There's a few that along the leading edge of the front spoiler, but again, it's going to be really hard to pick up in this camera, HD or not. Now again, some customers do say to me, I do go overboard a little bit. It's not going overboard, it's just trying to be honest with our customers, really. You know, hopefully most of them do understand that a car of this age, done 92,000 miles, it's going to have a few little bits and pieces on it, but really this car for its age it's lovely. It really is. So don't, you know, hesitate. I don't think it's going to hang around that long as well. So I just wanted to thank you very much for your time. We're getting up to about just over 11 minutes now. So again, yeah, thank you very much for bearing with me. I know I can be a bit boring sometimes. So if this particular car you're interested in, or anything else at Mopar Vehicles, please don't hesitate to either send me a text, give me a call, send me an email. I'll get back to, I reply to every single customer. Not everyone replies back, but I get in touch with every single customer. So thank you again for your time, and I hope to speak to you soon. Bye bye.